Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy Pumpkin Picks back with another video, and let's get right to this. Now it is official. Dembele has won PSG their first UCL, even though he didn't score. But the media's gonna run it as Dembele winning PSG their Champions League. Does he deserve the Ballon d'Or? In my opinion, the top two candidates should be Lamine Yamal and Dembele. But obviously, people are saying Lamine Yamal doesn't have as much goals or assists. So that's why Dembele has to win. In my opinion, I think giving the Ballon d'Or, which is the basically individually, it's the most important thing that you could basically give to a player, and that solidifies him as a legend and basically above players like when you think of Robin, when you think of Ribery, when you think of Hazard, Prime Hazard, when you think of all those players, and then you look at Dembele, ideally you're supposed to think Dembele is better than all of them because he has a Ballon d'Or. But I just think giving the Ballon d'Or to a player like Dembele, when you sit back at the end of his career, you're gonna look at Dembele and you're gonna say, does he deserve to be ahead of all these players? Like, does he deserve to be in that list of great legendary players that have won the Ballon d'Or? He's had a great season. Like, don't get me wrong, the fact that he's even second and how far he's come from Barcelona, like no one, I would have not expected him to be in this list, especially when arguably he left Barcelona when he was just starting to shine. I thought, okay, he's gonna go to PSG, and he did. I think he only scored one goal in his first season at PSG, or his first, like in his first half season at PSG. He only scored one goal. He was doing horrible. Mbappe left. He became the main man and the most talented man, and now he's doing good under Luis Enrique's system. But I just think that no matter how many goals Dembele scored, no matter how many assists, you look at the most important player in someone's team and in a pitch. You take out Dembele from that team, do they still do as good as what they have been doing? I think that's a maybe. Like, PSG still have players where they can replace a player like Dembele. But if you take out Lamine Yamal, there's no one in the world at this moment who can do what Lamine Yamal does at this very moment. I know he doesn't score. I know he doesn't have as many assists, although it seems like he has more assists than Dembele this year. But this dude, his skill level is insane. I've never seen something like this, and I just think that you'll do more justice to the Ballon d'Or trophy if you give it to someone like Lamine Yamal. Listen, I'm a Madrid fan. I don't know if I have repeated this already. I'm a Madrid fan. I go for Madrid all day. You know, obviously I don't want a player from Barcelona to do good for the most part, but this dude, like, I just think the level of what a player can bring to the table, it's such a mismatch. And I hate how this generation has gotten so involved with the goals and assists. I don't believe in that. Oh, just because he wins the World Cup, he has to win the Ballon d'Or. Just because he wins the Euros, he has to win the Ballon d'Or. No, it's I think it's three things. Yeah, obviously stats comes into play with this. Where were you in the most important part of the season? Like, what did you show up in those big games? You can't just be showing up against West Ham or freaking Elche or Leon. You can't just show up against these teams. And also, yeah, how many trophies did you win? But I think that goes hand in hand with when your team needed you, did you show up? And yeah, Dembele played in a system where all his team played with him. Lamine Yamal, there was a period in Barcelona where he couldn't play for an extended period of time, and I think they lost like 12 games or 12 points out of 15 throughout that time where he couldn't play. This dude was by far the most important player in Barcelona, and he was, I think, by far the most important player when he steps on the pitch. Like he is a player that can create the most chances, that can basically he brings all the attacking system to Barcelona, and we saw how good Barcelona were this year. And that's mostly because Lamine Yamal has the chances that he created. This dude is insane. That's why I keep saying, in my opinion, he's the best 17-year-old that we have ever seen. I haven't seen Pele play, but in my opinion, the only one that can really argue with him for being as good as him in the modern era is if you go all the way to R9. And I didn't see R9 play either, but supposedly people were saying that this dude was up there. Like they're saying that R9 is better than Messi. So I'm gonna just go off what I'm gonna just go off my YouTube YouTube comment merchants. I'm a YouTube comment merchant in this scenario. So yeah, in my opinion, Dembele giving the Ballon d'Or to him will be discrediting the trophy. But when you give the trophy to a player like Lamine Yamal, at the end of the day, with the trajectory of his career, where we know it's gonna go, we know that he's gonna sit up there. He's gonna be able to sit up there with Messi and Ronaldo and freaking Zidane and all these great players, legendary players of their generation. You look at Dembele and you tell someone that he can sit up there. He can't even sit up there with Robin or Ribéry. And these are the second. I think this is obviously the tier lower than Messi and Ronaldo, and then basically all the players that played in that legendary classical games. You look at you look at Robin and Ribéry, you look at freaking Hazard, Drogba. Like these are players. Obviously, you can't put them with Messi and Ronaldo, but they're a step level below. None of them have Ballon d'Or. You're telling me that you're gonna say that Dembele can sit in that table? He can't sit in that table. Lamine Yamal can. So that's my opinion. Lamine Yamal, I think he deserves the Ballon d'Or. I think he's the best player in the world at the moment, and I think it's not even close. Assist and goal wise, it's close. Best player in the world and most influential player in the world, it's not close. So, anyways, guys, Pumpkin Picks out.